Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is guerozig, and yes, I finally beat 1020 mode on Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and I'm here to showcase a little bit of a strategic ways that you could beat it if you haven't beat it already. I know it's been out for like 5 years, and there's already been a lot of people that have done strategy videos on it, but I just kind of want to give you my insight on how to beat this because it seems like there is so much randomness in the game, and no matter how good you play, there's just certain situations that you can't beat anyways. If you want a serious in-depth video on the whole mechanics behind the game, you can check out the video right here. This is the one that I'm kind of going off of, and I'm also just going off of what I found in the game. I'll switch into the gameplay here. So this is me when I'm playing it, right? This is me right here. So this is what I did last night. This is when I beat the game, but this is right when I started recording. So basically, this is when the night starts off. There's cycles within the game. There's every 5 seconds, depending on your computer. I guess some computers run faster, especially if they're overclocked. It will run the cycles quicker, so it'll be like 4.7 seconds, 4.8 seconds instead of a true 5 seconds. I really honestly don't know how long it was for me, but it seemed like 5 seconds with the way each time. It's really hard to notice the difference between 0.3 seconds. When I say the cycle, it's basically talking about from when the animatronics are going to move and when the amount of time you have for when Foxy's going to jump at you. You have about 5 seconds from when you flash him to when he will jump at you. It doesn't matter how much you flash him, just basically the more you flash Foxy, the more likely it is he will get out of the hallway and he'll go in parts and service, so you don't have the opportunity. He doesn't have the opportunity to jump at you at all. And Foxy is really random. I mean, there's times where I'll have to put my mask down. Like, I'll just flash him, I'll put my mask down, and then he'll jump at me. And I think it's because I get to the end of the cycle, and then it goes to the new cycle, and then he resets, and then he's instantly aggroed on me, and he sees my mask down, and he just pounces at me. So if that happens to you, understand that. Foxy doesn't really care. Foxy's like Toy Bonnie, just doesn't care at all about what you're doing. So let me start up this right now. This is at the very beginning of the night. So let's just see what I do. So at the first 5 seconds, there's nothing going on. You can wind up the music box. You'll have nothing going on. So right about now, as you see right there, I will flip down the camera, flip down mask, and then flip up the mask right away. And there's times where Golden Freddy is obviously there, and if you don't flip it up fast enough, he will jump scare you, which is kind of interesting. Even though you do put the mask down, if you don't put it up fast enough, he will jump scare you. Something I say in this, I'm not going to try and find it, but there's something I say in this recording is how I press Control to flash down the hallway, and sometimes Golden Freddy's at the end of the hallway, and if you flash Golden Freddy too much at the end of the hallway, he will jump scare you, but it's just instinct to flash because you're flashing Foxy at the end of the hallway. So I've had that happen to me a couple times as well. Let's go on and I'll explain a little bit about what I'm doing. So right there, put the mask up quick. And so when you're widening up the music box, you hear here, let me be quiet for a second. You hear that? So I counted 6. 6 is what I try and shoot for, but if I need to wind it up more, I'll go 7. And if it's like flashing red super close to going all the way down, I'll do what I call a recovery rewind, and I'll go 8. But if you do too many of those in one succession, Foxy will jump at you because it'll throw all the cycles off and it'll just line them up to jump right at you. I try and stick between switching off between 6 and 7, but if I have a feeling Toy Bonnie's going to come at me and I really need it to get wound up close to full, then I will hit it with an 8, and then I'll just switch to 6 for a little bit just to get back in cycle with Foxy so he doesn't jump at me. So yeah, nothing really goes on in the beginning. I don't check the side vents until I hear any thumping in the vents, which is for at least 20 seconds in the beginning. Okay, I got my mouse on screen, so you should have the instinct to where you're winding up. So you're winding. Then you want to flip the camera down, and then bring it right back up really quick and flip the mask down. So I didn't capture my cursor in this gameplay, but that's what I did. I did this like looping, and it seemed the easiest for my brain to be able to do this motion. So I'd go bam, and I'd put it down super quick. If there was nothing there, I'd be ready to bring it back up. So I would put it down. If there was nothing there, bam, put it right back up, check the vents, go through all that. So then once I put the mask down, I would get ready. I would put my mouse on this side because obviously each side that you put it on, it turns your head. So I put it on this side to get prepared to start flashing Foxy, and then obviously checking the left vent. Then I'd swoop over to this side, check the right vent, as you'll see right here. Left vent, right vent, Bonnie was there. So the thing with Bonnie ruins this whole thing. I died so many times because of Bonnie. Bonnie obviously takes a long time to come out into their attack animation. If Bonnie's in that vent and your music box is low down, you're screwed. And there's a lot of times that you're just not going to be able to win because of the random number generators. The RNG of this game is just it's horrible. So what I did here is, if I put my mask down and Bonnie doesn't come out right away, then I'll flip my mask back up, flash Foxy a couple times just to make sure he doesn't pounce at me, and then put my mask down and I'll wait until Bonnie goes. And usually when I do that, Bonnie will go pretty much instantly. Sometimes it takes an extra second. But what I've noticed is if Bonnie just gets there and you put your mask down, it's about 3 seconds for Bonnie to come out. So just be aware of that. So the orange exclamation mark in the bottom, it starts out orange, but when it flashes and turns, it flashes right away. But when it turns to red, if the marionette is all the way inside the closed box, you have 3 seconds before the marionette will come out and you'll be dead. So if you have the marionette all the way in the box, then you can, I don't think I do it here because I don't think it gets low enough. After the 3 seconds, the marionette will, on night 7, the marionette rises really fast, but the marionette will rise out of the box. So if you make it in time into the camera, you can hold your flashlight on and it will stall the marionette. The marionette won't come up at all. See, I did a little bit there. I flashed it a little bit. So one thing to note here. So Mangle, by far the easiest animatronic to combat, because 1 makes a clear noise when they're there, and then 2 is pretty much always laid over with another animatronic like Withered Chica, Withered Bonnie, something like that. So if you flip the camera down and there is no animatronic there, but Mangle is in that vent, just make sure before flipping your mask all the way down, you flip it back up, flash Foxy a couple times, and then flip it down, wait for Mangle to go, because if you don't, Foxy will jump at you. So basically, this whole entire night is just making sure Foxy is flashed very good and making sure the marionette is very happy with the toy music box, or the music box, not a toy music box, and making sure you stay in the cycle to be able to combat Toy Bonnie. And you have to, no matter how good you play, there's so many times you will die and it gets very frustrating, but just take your time, you'll get through it. So look right here, so 1,
I'm screwed.
2, 3. I stalled it with the flashlight. I thought I was screwed because the marionette was already kind of out of the box, but I somehow caught it. At that point, that's the highest the marionette will go. So you know, if it starts flashing red 1, 2, 3, the marionette will come out right on the dot. It won't delay at all. So that's something to note also later on in the night. But if the marionette never gets to the point when they start rising out of the box, I don't know how long exactly it is, but just know after the 3 seconds, that's when the marionette starts to rise and will actually come out of the box.
No, that's a horrible way to go out.
Okay, so right here, I'm saying this is a horrible way to go out. It's because you're winding up the music box, you only get it up a couple ticks, and then it'll kick you out of the camera. That, I don't understand that, but it is not good. And that's just the RNG being really stupid. So I can't explain that. It happens. Just try and brush it off. Try not to get super mad like I have. And also right here, there's a lot of times where usually when Withered Bonnie, Withered Chica, Withered Freddy, whoever's in the room is doing their animation, I'll keep the mouse down here. I'll make sure it comes up here first, and then I'll come down here. And then once they're done doing their animation, my mask will automatically come off, and then I'll be able to go through the whole rigmarole. But if Mangle's there, I'll make sure to keep it up here on the left side so my head is turned to this side and I'm ready to go, because there's times when their animation is done but Mangle is still there, and that is bad because that's worse than like getting Bonnie there, because then you have to, well, it's basically like just having an animatronic in the vent, but you're wasting a lot of time because you'll have to put the mask back down. You'll have to wait a couple seconds for Mangle to go. You have the potential of Foxy jumping at you because Foxy is an idiot, and it's just so bad. So just, if Mangle is there, just always listen and wait for Mangle to be gone, and then you can flip your mask back up and go through everything. See right here, watch. So if you notice the, I don't know what you call it, like ambient noise for when they're inside the room, it stopped. Like half a second, Mangle's annoying radio static was still going on after that. So I had probably had my mouse up here and then it stopped and then I brought my mouse back up and then I went through everything. So I think on this attempt right here, I got to 5 a.m. and I died in a horrible way. So I kind of want to see what this is. I'm going to play this out right now. I'll cut out stuff that isn't important. 3 more minutes, 3 more. So I barely just caught this. So I said 3 more minutes. And what I mean, it was roughly 3 minutes from that point. But what I mean, so each hour, so 12 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3 a.m., so, you know, so on, is a minute and 10 seconds in between each of that. So it's a total of 420 seconds in the night. I think Scott is a real troll and he's trying to say something. 70 seconds for each hour, which is, you know, times 6, 420 seconds in the whole entire night. So if you really wanted to, you could set a timer for 7 minutes. You could look at it the whole time and just kind of have a bearing of how much longer you have to last, how much longer you need to last. I just played the game. I didn't use a timer. I just went through the game. So if you've noticed at all, the way I'm counting is because there's so much going on. I'm trying to think about staying on cycle and my movements more than me winding up the music box. So when I'm doing the music box, I'm physically 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's why I'm like, look like I have Tourette's or something. So you could do something like that as well. You could move your finger, you know, tap your finger, tap your foot. And just note also, you will never run out of flashlight. Even with flashing Foxy as much as possible, I never ran out of flashlight. I can't remember how I died here. Let's see. It's 5 a.m. Just hit 5 a.m. So that means I have another minute and 10 seconds. We're good? We're good? We're good? Oh, yeah. That's what happened. I thought I was good. I thought I had enough time to wind up the music box, but somehow... No! Yeah. I thought I had enough time to wind up the music box. The marionette got out, and I probably did like 30 push-ups because I was really mad. That was it for the strategy. You pretty much learn a lot just by doing it. You just got to have the basic motions, and then you pick up the muscle memory pretty quick. Just make sure when you flip up the camera, you're holding down the mouse button to start winding up that music box, because any missed time when you're in the camera could be detrimental. If it weren't for Toy Bonnie, that music box wouldn't be such a burden, but Toy Bonnie really messes up this whole ordeal. Well, I hope that was helpful for you guys, some strategy. So if you were trying to beat this game, it'll make more sense to you and you will be able to at least get better and potentially beat it one day. It took me about 25 hours of going and going, roughly 25 hours. But here is my winning game, whatever you want to call it. Also, before I get into it, understand that I was like literally going insane. So I had like I was like licking my lips and doing these weird nervous twitches. And I was pretty frustrated. So just understand that going into this. You know, I understand there's a 3rd game, there's a 4th game, there's a 5th game, there's a 6th game, there's a 7th game, there's an 8th game, there's a 9th game. You know, I kind of want to play the other ones. So how about you let me finish this one so I can move on? Yeah? Do you want to do that? No? You don't want to do that because you're stupid? Okay. Yeah, we'll keep doing this then. We'll just keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. Absolute insanity. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing over and 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 over again, expecting a different result. I'm expecting a different result. And I'm doing the same thing over and 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 over. But how about this? How about this? I will never beat this. I will just do this for the fun of it. I will do this for your enjoyment, for your amusement, so you could laugh at me. Okay? I'll just sit here I'll be the laughing stock of the family. Dude, don't kick me out of the camera! She can't be kicking me out, man. Oh, I'm done now. I'm done for. It's over. No, it's over. It's over. Oh, it sucks. Don't kick me out of the camera. I need to get ready for another Bonnie hit. I'm gonna get hit with Bonnie again. Or Balloon Boy. yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I did it, I did it, I did it. My heart. Oh, don't know why I don't have the 3rd star. But if you go into custom night, it'll say I beat it. It says I beat it. Don't get on my case. I have it. Okay? I beat it. I beat it. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy I beat it. I'm so happy I'm done with it. It is beaten. It is done. It is never going to be done again. This is the last time you will see me playing this game. I will have another video coming out on compilation of me raging and dying on this game, whatever. That'll be up soon. Right at 5 a.m. after I got that Bonnie attack. I don't know if you guys noticed, but right when I got that Bonnie attack, I just started smiling because I knew I was going to be able to make it, because I knew Bonnie was going to be out of the way for a good amount of cycles. And then I got hit with a couple mangles, which is the best thing to have in that right vid, is a mangle. I finally got that one run where the stars aligned. I was able to beat it. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think this was just a glimpse of what Ultimate Custom Night's going to be like. I almost lost my mental sanity doing this. I can't even imagine what Ultimate Custom Night is going to entail for me. And I know that one is definitely the hardest. So go down below, hit the subscribe button. You already know what to do. YouTube has been around for over 10 years. And I will see you guys in the next video.